1. The 4-minute execution clock on the sex live stream read 14 hours 31 minutes and 7 seconds. EST when Chairwoman Evelyn Hartwell leaned into the microphone, like a priest about to pronounce damnation. No greeting, no preamble, just the sentence that detonated the global economy. By emergency authority under Section 31B of the Securities Exchange Act. *** Vortex Dynamics and its CEO Eleanor Vargas are hereby assessed a civil penalty of $10 billion, effective immediately. The company's trading license is suspended. All assets frozen. This ruling is final. For minutes. No filing. No discovery. No defense table. Just Hartwell's voice, flat as a guillotine blade. And the red live. Pulsing like a heartbeat. In San Francisco. Inside Vortex's glass-walled boardroom on the 42nd floor of the Transamerica Pyramid. The air turned to ice. 14 executives, 3 lawyers, 1 janitor who'd wandered in for coffee. Everyone froze mid-breath. The NASDAQ ticker outside the window bled red. Vortex minus 87%. $1 trillion evaporated in the time it takes to microwave popcorn. Eleanor Vargas, 38, Latina, daughter of a Fresno farm worker and a coder who built her first app at 12. On a library computer. Didn't scream. She didn't cry. She simply turned to her general counsel, Mateo Ruiz, and whispered 2 words in Spanish. Abelard Boveda, open the vault. Mateo's hand shook as he slid a matte black USB drive across the table. It was warm. It had been recording for 6 weeks. 2. The vault drive contained 1 file. sec_Hartwell_slack_export_225-09-14. Zip encrypted with a 4096-bit key only Eleanor and Mateo knew. Inside, 4,217 Slack messages. 38 voice memos. 11 calendar invites marked off books. EH+K Street. 1 screenshot of Hartwell's personal brokerage account shorting Vortex for $2.1 billion. 48 hours before the ruling, the smoking gun was a voice memo dated October 1st. Timestamped to 14 a.m. Hartwell whispering, if we don't bury Vargas before Q3 earnings, she'll be on the cover of Time. Again, the shorts expire Friday. We need the kill switch now. Unknown male voice, emergency authority. Hartwell, it's never been used. No one will dare challenge it. The media will call it regulatory courage. By the time the appeals court wakes up, the stock is 0. We cash out. She's done. Eleanor had known something was coming 6 weeks earlier. A junior SEC staffer whistleblower deepreg had DM'd her on Signal. They're building a case out of thin air. Hartwell's trading through a Cayman LLC. Get everything. Eleanor didn't sleep for 3 days. She mirrored Hartwell's Slack. She cloned her calendar. She turned the hunter into the hunted. 3. The flip it 14 hours 35 minutes and 11 seconds 4 minutes after the death sentence. Mateo plugged the drive into the boardroom's 8K projector. The Slack export autoplayed on the 40-foot screen. The room gasped. Then the world did within 90 seconds. The file was live on X, formerly Twitter, posted by @Vortex. Eleanor verified. 1 to M followers mirror links on IPFS Arweave. And the sex-owned public docket via an intern with a burner account. Push alerts to every major newsroom via a pre-written press release titled, SEC Chair caught shorting American innovation $10 billion fine was personal profit scheme by 1437. Hartwell's phone began exploding. She was in a black Suburban en route to a Goldman Sachs luncheon. Her chief of staff handed her an iPad. The Slack messages stared back. Hartwell live on CNN. 1439. These allegations are fabrications. The SEC acted in the public interest. Anchor, Madam Chair. Your brokerage shows a $2.1 billion short on Vortex. Care to explain? The feed cut to commercial. 4. The avalanche sheet 15 o'clock. The Sex Emergency Authority, a dusty 1930 for clause, never used in 91 years, was suspended by Act of Congress in a unanimous voice vote. No debate. No roll call. Just fear. At 1512. The Department of Justice announced a criminal probe into Hartwell for insider trading, abuse of power, and conspiracy. At 1527. Vortex stock reopened at plus 1,400%, the largest single-day swing in NYSE history. At 1541. Hartwell was detained at Dulles Airport trying to board a private jet to the Caymans. Her last words to the press: "This is a witch hunt." The witch had been weighed and found wanting. 5. The woman who refused the throne, Elena, could have taken the victory lap. 60 Minutes offered $2 million for an exclusive. Netflix wanted a docuseries. Harvard offered a named chair in ethical AI. She said no to all of it. Instead, she did 3 things. 1. The Vargas Transparency Protocol (VTP), a blockchain-based law requiring every SEC official to publish real-time trade data on a public ledger. All emergency authority rulings to be pre-approved by a bipartisan panel, with live-stream deliberation. Whistleblowers granted automatic federal protection plus 10% of recovered funds. It passed 96-4 in the Senate. Signed into law 19 days later. 2. The Vault Fund, Elena liquidated $100 million of her own stock, created a whistleblower defense fund seeded with smart contract payouts for leaked evidence, pro bono lawyers on retainer in every state, encrypted Dropboxes in 200 newsrooms. First payout, $7.3 million to Deepreg, who turned out to be a 29-year-old SEC paralegal named Aisha Khan. 3. The disappearance Sealand vanished from public life. No social media. No interviews. Last sighting, Detroit, 3 a.m. Teaching teenage girls to code smart contracts in a church basement with folding tables and a single projector. 6. The aftershocks. Hartwell pleaded guilty. Sentenced to 7 years. 17 hedge funds implicated in the short scheme paid $14 billion in settlements. Vortex donated $1 billion to open source AI safety research. The VTP was adopted by Canada, EU, Japan, and Singapore within 18 months. 7. The Ma'alan Fresno. On the side of the public library where Eleanor learned to code, a 40-foot mural appeared overnight when they short the truth. We go long on justice. Eleanor Vargas, 2025. No one claimed credit, but every night, a new line of code was added in glowing lead beneath it. Open source. Auditable, unbreakable. 8. The quiet return. 12 years later, a new bill appeared on the House docket. H.R. 7777, the People's Ledger Act, mandates every federal agency to run on public blockchain. Zero-knowledge proofs for privacy. Citizen audits via mobile app, authored by Representative Aisha Khan. DCA, the former paralegal. Co-sponsored by 97 members of both parties. Eleanor testified via hologram from an undisclosed location. She wore a hoodie, no makeup. Her voice calm, like a woman who'd already won. This isn't about me. It's about the next kid in a library with a dream and a dial-up connection. Make sure no one can short her future. The bill passed for 135 to 0.9. The noted book. Elena still carries a spiral notebook. Inside, names of whistleblowers, coordinates of safe houses, lines of code that can't be killed. She drives a 2003 Honda Civic with 240,000 miles. Pays cash for motels. Sleeps with the notebook under her pillow. Sometimes, in truck stops at 4 a.m., she opens it to a blank page and writes, "They thought $10 billion could silence me. They forgot I was never the asset. The truth was 10. The final from ETH last anyone saw of Eleanor Vargas. CCTV footage from a Topeka community center. To 17 a.m. she's teaching a 13-year-old boy named Javier how to deploy a zero-knowledge whistleblower drop on a $35 Raspberry Pi. She doesn't look at the camera, but she smiles small. Fierce unbreakable. The boy asks, what happens if they come for you again? Eleanor closes the laptop, looks him in the eye. Then we fork the chain. And we keep building. Until the powerful learn you can't short a revolution that runs on open code. She stands, zips her HOODIE. Walks into the night. The ledger keeps growing. The avalanche never stops. Epilogue. The ledger speaks in the VTP public dashboard. A single transaction appears every day at 14 hours 31 minutes and 7 seconds. EST, the exact minute Hartwell tried to execute her. From 0 Zelen of Argosto. Whistleblower Defense Fund amount. 1 Vortex token memo. For the next kid in the library, the token is worth $0, but it's non-fungible, unburnable, unstoppable. And every year, on October 14th, millions of wallets send 1 Vortex back. The chain grows. The truth compounds. The powerful tremble. Because Eleanor Vargas didn't just survive the avalanche. She became it.